my book out, Leading in the Next Normal, Guide to basically building an engaged, resilient, and agile virtual workforce. And I have been hinting at the fact that I'm going to put an online course about how to lead and manage your virtual team. And that's really what I'm here to release today. And not only that, I have a special pre-release offer for you, because if you're watching this, then you're in my group, you're connected to me through Facebook or LinkedIn or whatever it is. And what I want to do is next week, I'm going to record these classes. It's going to be 5 modules, which I'll tell you about in a minute. And I want my tribe, my group to experience it live. So what's going to happen is next week, I'm recording the 5 modules of the course, and I'm inviting you to take advantage of it, to join the courses live if you want, and basically you get them at a 75% discount. So I'm releasing this for $47 on the pre-release program. Normally it's going to cost $200, and it's going to walk you through how to lead your virtual team. It's an extension of what's on the book, Leading in the Next Normal. But so many people out there are like, hey, there's good information in your book, but I really want to know how to apply it to my team. Because again, there's a lot of leaders struggling at how to get engagement with their team, how to create that cohesion, the same cohesion virtually as you do in the office, communication, culture. We're going to cover all these things. I'm going to tell you in a second all the different modules that the High Performance Team online course is going to take. But I just wanted to let everybody know that for the next couple of days until Saturday, you can sign up for it for $47 instead of the $200. In return, you're going to get the availability to join the live courses. The only thing you got to do is give me some feedback and give a testimonial at the end if you like it. I'm sure you're going to like it because it's good stuff. Actually, I just got off of the call this morning. I worked with RBS. It's one of the largest banks in the UK here, teaching them some of this information. So I want to pop on. I'm going to see if I can do this little thing. And here, if you click the link, it's going to bring you to this page. I just wanted to show you what we're going to go over in the course. Now, so what the course is going to be, I'm going to do it live next week. And if you sign up for it, you do not have to join it live. You will have access to the recordings and to the workbooks next week on Monday, Thursday, and Friday. That's March 3rd. No, sorry, that's March 1st, Monday. I'm going to do a session, and then 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and then 5th, I'm going to do sessions where I'm going to teach this live. And you can join in, and when I teach it live, I'm going to record it, and that's what the course is going to be going forward. So some people like to attend things live. You'll get that chance. I'll take a couple questions at the end of the live sessions, and then you'll have access ongoing to the recordings and the workbook. Now, I broke these modules into what I get asked for the most. And module 1 you'll see is leadership in the next normal. So this is a bit of an intro just in general to what people are looking for from their leaders. What is required for leaders now? We used to be office-based. Now we're remote, or maybe we're hybrid. How do you get the most out of you? And to be honest, there's a big difference between whether you have a fully remote workforce or whether you have half a hybrid, what's called a hybrid, and that means you have people in the office and people working remotely. Because what happens is the people in the office get favored, and so you want to make sure that you are giving everybody you're treating everybody equal, so that the people that are working remotely, that aren't coming into the office or the factory or wherever it is, don't feel left out. A lot of people are talking about balancing vulnerability and authenticity. Some people are going through a difficult time. A lot of us are going through a difficult time. Sometimes there's a lot of bad news. How do you communicate that while being authentic and positive and upbeat? Adopting the right strategies. I did a meta-analysis with Glasgow University a couple months ago, and we're going to talk about strategies that came out of that study, and then reintegrating back into work. So now that if a lockdown is lifting in your country, what do you need to do to make sure everybody is feeling comfortable and getting back to work and getting up and running again? Module 2 is team well-being and health. There's a lot of burnout happening right now. We've been sprinting, working really hard, and so so how do you really manage and lead around the burnout? How do you make sure people aren't burning out right now? one-on-one meeting best practices. So a lot of leaders want to do one-on-ones with their people. They're just not sure really how that looks like. They want to have these deeper conversations, but people aren't opening up because they're scared, they're afraid. People, and so it really walks people through that. I'm going to have a team well-being checklist that you can go through. It's an interactive activity. And then your health. How are you doing right now, and what do you need to do to be healthier around that? Now, and if you're just joining us on this live, this is about the High Performance Virtual Teams online course, which you can get right now. Between now and Saturday, you can sign up for $47, and normally it's going to be $200. And you're going to get in the pre-release cohort, which we're going to be doing live next week, and to be recorded so that we have that library that I'm going to be selling going forward. So take advantage of it now. Module 3 is going to be virtual meetings, how to run best practices for virtual meetings. We're on all these virtual meetings. How do you do that in the best way? How do you set and enforce the rules? How do you get engagement, even enjoyment in these virtual meetings, these Zoom, these Teams, these Google Meet meetings? I'm going to have a special on icebreakers and engagement methods in these, how to increase effectiveness and follow through, and then how to handle. I get a couple of questions of what if people are rude or people are bullying you a bit on online meetings. What's the best way to handle them? In addition, like how do you get introverts, and how do you make sure extroverts aren't dominating? How do you get introverts involved as well? Module 4, basic, how do you make sure the culture is getting enforced when you're remote or when you're virtual? How do you make sure people are engaging? How are people accountable? How do you motivate your team? These are the things that people are coming to me all the time. And so I'm going to teach you that in module 4. How do you onboard with that? How do you do accountability, et cetera? It's a little bit different when you're virtual, when you're remote, when you're hybrid. And then module 5 is how do you create change, agility, and mindset? We have to deal with all this change, right? How do we make sure our team has the tools and skills to do that? How do they have the right agility? How do they put the mindset? So we talk about resilience. We talk about agility and support, and communication. Communication is one of the number one things I get asked for. How do you communicate virtually in difficult times? And if you know me, I have a master's in psychology and a neuroscience certificate. I really work with leaders on their mindset. So when you sign up for this, the sessions, and you'll see that when you get to the page. All this is the page you're going to go to when you do it. And if you can join the live sessions next week, great. When you pay your $47, you'll have access to the recordings on an ongoing basis. So again, if you are a leader out there, if you want to really bring your leadership and your team management to the next level, this is the best course you can invest in. Get the 5 modules, watch them over the next week or two, attend live or watch the recordings, and get the tools and skills you need to really create that cohesion, that engagement, that motivation that your teams are really, really striving for. If there's questions, pop them in the comments here. Send me a note, send me a private message, send me a direct message. I want to make sure that you are getting your questions answered. I'm going to put this out there today, tomorrow, and this is Thursday, today, tomorrow, and Saturday, so that you can take advantage of it. And then I'm going to close it down, and then Monday is the first session. So we want you, if you're interested in this, sign up right away. Click on the link and get all engaged and signed up. And it's going to be good stuff. It's going to be good stuff. If you read the book, if you saw the book, it's really going to take it to the next level of how you can integrate that. All right, everybody. Michael here. Take care. Have a great weekend. And if you're not in the group, jump in the group. We got a lot of good stuff. Amazing leaders there. I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.